Hi guys, it's me, Georgie. So I asked on Instagram if you guys would watch a YouTube channel if I made one, and so here I am. And a little bit about me. I'm really awkward, so this is really weird for me. And he left me, and my little sister is sitting right over there.
Hi.
So if I look that way, you know why. It's because I need to talk to someone. This is a disaster. This is my first video, and I had asked on Instagram what you guys would think about me doing a tattoo tag. A lot of the times I get asked what my tattoos mean, how many tattoos I have, where I've gone for them. I got my first tattoo when I turned 18. It was something that I had been planning for a really long time and had a lot of meaning to me. I planned it with my mom and my dad. So my dad's a really great artist, and at the time I had him draw a butterfly for me. So if you've ever heard of the Butterfly Project, it's something that a lot of self-harmers do. You draw a butterfly on your wrist or wherever it is that you would normally cut, and you name it after a loved one, and it's supposed to stop you from doing that. So I used to do that quite often through middle school and high school, and it always really helped me. So I wanted to get a permanent butterfly on my body that symbolized someone important to me, and so my family. So that's what this tattoo is. So it says, just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, she became a butterfly, and that's in my mom's handwriting. And then this is the butterfly that my dad drew. That was my first tattoo, and it's still to this day probably my favorite because it just means so much to me, and it kind of tells the story of my life. So that's my favorite tattoo. My next tattoo I got about a week later. My grandmother had just passed away, and so for my mom's birthday I had told her, like, let's get matching tattoos in honor of Nanu. And so she really liked giraffes, so my mom and I both got these two giraffes intertwined. It's supposed to be like a mother and a daughter. And we got these done. Both of these tattoos were done by Jay at Tattoo Mania. I'll put everyone's like information in the bio. Yeah, he's a great guy and a great artist. My next tattoo, I also got at Tattoo Mania. This was done by a good friend of mine. His name's Mike. Okay, so it's behind my ear, and my sister's saying you guys can't see it. So it's an arrow with an EKG through it. So it's supposed to mean like life goes on and I'm gonna continue to live, and it's my heartbeat. So it's not my actual heartbeat. I'm not that cool. But I told my friend Mike that I really wanted it, and so he drew it up and we did it. So I got my next tattoo at Colt's Timeless Tattoos in the Fox River Mall in Appleton, Wisconsin. Mertzi did it, and it's just an X on my back, the Roman numeral. I was nominated for a scholarship by my amazing guidance counselor, P2. Shout out to her in case she sees this. She's the bomb. And I was nominated by her for this scholarship called Posse. I ended up winning. And so I go to the school, Lawrence University, on a full scholarship. And my posse is the posse number 10. So it's Lawrence's 10th posse. And so I got an X on my back with another member of my posse just to, you know, commemorate what posse has done for me and the fact that I wouldn't be in college without it. There's no way I could have gone to a school as great as Lawrence or afforded it. And I'm a first generation college student. So it was kind of a big deal to me. And college has always been like one of my biggest dreams. So the fact that I got there, I just really wanted that on my body. The next tattoo I got back in New York at Bullseye Tattoo Shop, and it was by Sonia. She is absolutely amazing. She does the best line work, and now she's doing a lot of like cartoon animated stuff, which is really cool. But I specifically went to her because of her line work. So this is the first one I got from her. This is the serotonin molecule. I got this because it symbolizes happiness, and I struggle with depression, and so that was something that I always wanted, and I wanted it on my body, and I was going through a really rough time, so it was something that I felt like I needed to do. I got it over some scars, and that was like really important to me. And then a couple days later, I went back to Sonia and got 2 more tattoos. Okay, so these are my next tattoos. They're both done by Sonia. I got them at the same time. This one up here says, I belong deeply to myself. And that was a quote that I had come across, and it meant a lot to me because, you know, I don't belong to anyone else, and I am my own, and that's all that matters. And so that was really important to me, and I wanted that on my body. And then underneath it, I got this tree. If you've ever read Milk and Honey, that's one of my favorite books, and it's gotten me through a lot of difficult times. And if you know me, you know that about me. Poem about loneliness. Rupi drew this, and it says, when you feel alone, really all you need is yourself, basically. And so that really resonated with me. And so I showed this to Sonia, and she did her own kind of rendition of it. And it's just a woman who's also a tree, and it's, you know, I stem from myself, and they kind of go together, so I put them together. My next tattoo, I'm going to have to insert a picture of. Again, sorry. I got this one while I was in Wisconsin at the Fox River Mall again, except it was done by a different artist. His name is Adrian. Tattoo is from like here to here. It's about like 3-ish inches, I think. And I got it on my chest because it's the Om symbol. So it's an Om and a Unilome. So basically it means like breathe deeply. So like I said, I go to school 16, 18 hours away from home. So I'm pretty far and I don't see my family a lot. And so when I moved in freshman year, my mom made this like box, and in it she put a bunch of envelopes and was like, open this when. And so one of them was like, when you feel like you can't, remember you can. And one day I was just really beaten down and I wasn't okay, and I was kind of in the middle of a breakdown, and I opened this one and I just couldn't do it anymore. So for my 19th birthday, I planned it, and I got this tattooed on me. It was also by Adrian, and this one says, remember you can, and it's in my mom's handwriting. Okay, my next tattoo you cannot see right now. Oh, I'm sorry, there's blood. So, if you know me, you know that I've had a pretty rough summer. I was really sick. I almost died. I was in the hospital. Like, you know, I just have a really interesting life, clearly. Can never catch a break here. So, you can't see my next tattoo. It's covered by bandages and, like, yuck. So I'll insert a picture of it, right about now. Okay, so this one was also done by Mike at Tattoo Mania, one of my friends. This is a really important tattoo to me, and that's why I chose to get it done by him, just because, like, what it meant. So back in October, I was sexually assaulted by a really good friend of mine on campus. I felt like a victim for a really long time, and I still do on days, but it was something that I needed to do to reclaim who I am and what he took from me. It was something that I felt like I needed to do to reclaim my body and my space, and just to know, like, hey, you survived this. And so Lady Gaga designed this tattoo a few years ago with someone else, and it's a survivor's tattoo for sexual assault. And so it's a fire and then like a rose. I got the flame in teal because that is the color for sexual assault. It's out there. Props to you. It's really hard, and this was something I needed to do personally to get through it. My 19th birthday, I got this little thing. It's a semicolon. You probably know what the semicolon project is. A semicolon represents when a sentence could have ended, but it continues, so it goes the same way with life. Like I said, I was going through a really dark time my freshman year, and I really wanted to get that tattoo for a long time. And so when I was there, I was like, hey, Adrian, would you be able to, like, totally give me like a tiny little semicolon? And I got it in this color because it resembles my veins, so I don't know if you could tell, but like if you look at my arm, you can barely see it.
Your green vein.
So my next tattoo I got by Jay at Tattoo Mania. This is in New York. My dog, his name's Bolton. He got sick last summer, and we had to put him down, and it was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. So I wanted to make sure that I always had a piece of him with me, and Bolton really liked to sleep on my feet. We always slept together, and he would always sleep there. So I got his paw print tattooed on me, and it's his actual paw print. So this is it. This is his paw print. It's so cute, and I love it. Boy!
Watch Riverdale.
He has no interest in me. Like, absolutely. I was convinced he hated me for a very long time. He doesn't. He actually loves me to death, but he refuses to show it. My camera died, and because I'm the mess that I told you guys I am, I cannot find the charger. So I'll just do my last tattoo in the closing on here. So it took me a really long time to find an artist in the Wisconsin area that I was happy with. Not to say anything bad about Mertzi or Adrian. This tattoo is actually a little slightly crooked, which personally does not bother me because I'm imperfect and, you know, who cares? People don't really see it, so it doesn't bother me. And my X on my back is crooked as well. I just had really bad luck. Oh, it took me a while to find an artist in Wisconsin that I liked, and I did a lot of research. I found this artist. His name is Matt Phillips, or mostly known as Vegan Matt. He tattoos at Empire Inks. Absolutely amazing. Definitely check him out if you're in the area. He's really cool and really dedicated to his work. So for my 20th birthday, he custom designed these lotus flowers for me. And I was really specific about what I wanted. And just ignore this. I was really specific about what I wanted, and the dot work is absolutely perfect. And he couldn't have brought it to life better than that. He did exactly what I wanted, and it was just really amazing. Because you guys saw it here. He kissed me. Thanks for watching. My name is Georgie. Please like and subscribe down below. Leave any comments about videos that you would like to see, and let me know what you thought. Hey, you took Frida Kahlo! Ow!